down third base. What a catch!
What a catch.
What a catch!
And you can kiss that one goodbye. That's a 2-run bomb.
Swing and a miss, strike three.
The tag is made. Play it home. Track the right to the field. That's got a chance. That ball is long gone.
Good evening and welcome to the Gulf Coast Sports Network broadcast of high school baseball. We're coming to you live from the home of the Sharks, Nature Coast Tech, for what promises to be a thrilling matchup in Hernando County. I'm John McMurdo alongside my broadcast partner, Brian Lott.
Hey, John. Great to be here. You can feel the buzz in the air. This is a big one. It's the final week of the regular season, and we got a classic rivalry tonight as the Hernando High School Leopards take on the Nature Coast Tech Sharks.
That's right, Brian. These two teams will face off twice this week, and tonight marks the first meeting of the season between them. With playoff implications on the line, this game could set the tone for how both teams finish the regular season.
Absolutely. Let's break down and set the stage, starting with the visiting Leopards.
Sure, Hernando comes in tonight. This contest with a 13-9 record. They're 5-5 in their last 10 games. They're riding some momentum after a convincing 7-1 win over Springstead just this past Friday.
Offensively, they're led by Kane Ellis, who's been swinging a hot bat this season all along. He's batting .365 with 23 hits and 14 RBIs. And don't overlook Austin Knierim hitting .352 with 2 home runs and an impressive 21 RBIs.
Knierim has also been the workhorse on the mound for Hernando, logging 36 innings with a 2.91 ERA. He's been a two-way force all season.
Now let's take a look at the home team, the Sharks of Nature Coast Tech. They entered tonight with a 14-7 record, and they had a solid run this year.
Leading the way is Brady McMurdo on offense with a .426 batting average. He's got 23 hits, 6 doubles, and 14 RBIs. But it's far from a one-man show. The Sharks have depth with 3 other players hitting over 300. That's sophomore Paul Keimer, senior Joey Van Cleve, and junior Bryce Huell.
And let's keep an eye on the mound tonight. Raymond Gretsch will get the start, and he's been dominant so far this season. A sparking .59 ERA over 35.2 innings and 7 starts. That's as good as it gets at this level.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive, Brian. It's a beautiful night for baseball. Game time temperature is right around 70. Expected to drop in the low 60s as we go. It could be a factor as the game progresses.
This rivalry brings great energy, and with the postseason right around the corner, both teams are looking to send a message.
Well, stick with us. We'll be back with the starting lineups in the first pitch right here on the Gulf Coast Sports Network.
Yeah, go ahead.
Number 12, Brett Williams. Number 21, Caitlin Russell. Number 22, Landon Euler.
All right, welcome back. Let's go ahead and get started with our Divinity Med Spa starting lineup.
Now for the start.
The Divinity Med Spa starting lineup.
Number 8, Kane Ellis.
All right, we'll start off first with the visiting Leopards of Hernando.
And third, shortstop, Austin Knierim.
Pitching is Saltzman. Catching is Ellis. At third base, Morgan. Short, Knierim. Second, Hedick. And first base, Odell. Outfield left to right is Urso, Looper, and Chafin. And Tim Sims is the head coach. DH is Cody Whitelaw. And now for the home team, Nature Coast Sharks. On the mound for the Sharks will be Raymond Gretsch, catcher Brady McMurdo. Third base will be Garrett Wagner, Cody Wright at short, Huell at second, Rose at first. Outfield left to right is Hoyt, Van Cleve, and O'Nolan. Head coach is Danny Garofano, and that's your Divinity Med Spa starting lineup. So we're back live. They're completing the player introductions. Well, Brian, here we are last week of baseball. It was pretty warm one last week, some good games, but we're back to cold stuff tonight and a nice little wind blowing, looks like right to left.
It is going to be a great night tonight. It's actually cool. I think it's in the 70s now, but I believe we're supposed to be down in the 50s maybe by the time the game's over with. And looking to be a great one. It's hard to believe, John, that we've been doing this for what seems like 2 months, and this is the end of the road. And next week is the do or die. I got the district tournament starts, I believe, next Monday.
Yeah, and these two teams always a great rivalry. I think they step up and play extra hard against each other. So it's kind of neat to see them play the last week, 2-game series, and a lot of pride on the line here. And who knows, that'll probably help them carry right into the playoffs.
And that's exactly right. We will try to take a look at it. I believe most of the seeds are set for next week, and we'll see if we can't maybe pull some of those here for some of the local teams on maybe when the teams are going to be playing and where they're going to be playing at. But I'd be willing to bet at some point next week these two teams will be fighting each other again.
Absolutely. And last week we saw a lot of JV call-ups, just trying to get some extra work built for next season and give some of the guys a rest before they head into the what they hope is a long playoff season. Nature Coast will have senior night on Thursday this week, and they'll be hosting Hudson before they play game 2 versus the Leopards at the Leopards Stadium this Friday night. And we'll be broadcasting that game Friday night from Hernando High. I'm going to pause for the national anthem. All right, starting lineups are set. National anthem's been played. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back for first pitch.
Reasons we've been so successful at Divinity Med Spa is because we understand what people are looking for. They want to look good for their age. We can accomplish this by treatments such as Botox, filler, lasers, and an array of facials. Hernando County's only locally owned and operated med spa. Come see us.
All right, welcome back to the broadcast. You see Raymond Gretsch on the mound taking his warm-up pitches. Ron, I got my jacket on. I'm ready for the cold weather.
I beat you to it. I got mine already on.
I about put it in the closet for the summer, but looks like we got a few more days to go.
Yeah, we
I'll
do. I
take
think there's supposed to be another little cool front. I don't think rain's coming, but it's going to cool off even a little bit more come Friday and through the weekend. So going to be a really chilly Friday night for the season-ending finale for a lot of these baseball teams.
I'll take it. This is like bonus land for some cool weather because we know it's coming.
That's exactly right. We got a pretty good taste of it last week.
Yeah, I was at a travel ball tournament down in Pinellas County this past weekend, and it was warm. A few sunburns and some warm temperatures. So this is kind of a nice break.
think if we get a little bit of elevation on a couple of at bats, we could potentially see it's kind of moving a little bit, almost not quite dead left field, but looks like it's moving from foul pole to foul pole, right to left. So could get a little elevation on the ball and could see a couple of home runs tonight.
Definitely going to make it interesting for the outfield. Cody Whitelaw steps in to lead off the inning for Hernando. He's the designated hitter tonight. Yeah, Brian, I was watching that flagpole, and you're right, it's right to left, but a few times it's almost like it's swirling and it blows out a little bit. And we have a 2-0 count to start the game. And there's a shot right back to Gretsch. He sticks his glove out nonchalant and makes the play look easy.
Yeah, he did make that look easy, but it's got to be tough up there on that mound, and a ball probably 90-95 coming right back at you. So great job there by Gretsch.
Yeah, a little self-defense. That's going to bring up the catcher, number 8, Kane Ellis. Called strike inside corner. Called strike outside corner.
Great little curveball there. Kind of caught that outside corner.
Yeah, Brian Gretsch his off-speed pitch has been almost unhittable, which is, you mentioned his ERA pregame. That misses away. Inside for ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. I don't know where Gretsch ranks in the state, but I can guarantee you he's up there with it. I think it was a .57.
0.59.
0.59.
Yeah, playing through 7 games, that's great.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ellis goes down on strikes. And that's going to bring up the shortstop, number 2, Austin Knierim, the lefty. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Brian Gretsch looks like he's in a hurry to get back to the dugout.
He is. He's making pretty quick work so far.
And he holds off on a pitch that's just up a little bit, maybe off the plate. 1-1, 2 outs, nobody on. If you're just joining us, we're just getting started, top of the first inning. And that ball catches the outside corner, nice pitch.
Yeah, if he can control that one all night, it's going to be tough for Hernando.
And tries to run it outside. We saw him do that the last at bat to the batter when it was 0-2. It's almost like a setup pitch for him. 2-2. And that one misses and goes to the backstop, full count. It's like he just lost the grip on it.
Like he'd lost exactly on that. I hope anyway.
And called strike 3 on the outside corner, so that'll be 2 strikeouts and a line out. And Leopards go down in order. So we played half an inning, no runs, no hits. Nature Coast coming up. You're watching the Gulf Coast Sports Network.
One of the reasons we've been so successful at Divinity Med Spa is because we understand what people are looking for. They want to look rested, refreshed, good for their age. We can accomplish this by treatments such as Botox, filler, lasers, and an array of facials, all by a team of trusted experts. This is Divinity, Hernando County's only locally owned and operated med spa. Come see us. We can't wait to meet you.
Welcome back. We're going to the bottom of the first inning, and Saltzman on the bump for the Leopards. But I haven't watched Hernando play yet this season, just kind of the way it's worked out with the games I've been calling. So I'm excited to see what they have going for them.
Yeah, I've actually called 2 games of theirs, and um, the the one recent, they actually played a good game against Bishop and was able to open it up there at the end of the game. And but they're solid defensively. They've actually got some really good hitters. I think it's going to be a good night. But Gretsch had a couple of different ideas, especially here in the top of that first inning. I believe he was at maybe 11 pitches, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those
So,
games I circle on the calendar because,
yep.
like I said in the pregame, these two teams step it up when they play each other. They never want to lose, but especially when they play this rival. A lot of good friendships off the field, but on the field they want to take care of business. So for Nature Coast, the right fielder number 42, Aiden O'Nolan, will lead things off. Downstairs for a ball. Nature Coast dugouts going, and usually by mid-game, both dugouts are going pretty good. It's a lot of fun to watch. That 2 misses low. 2-0 to O'Nolan. Called strike on the outside corner.
Nice fastball there. Was able to catch it low in the zone on the outside.
2-1 pitch. A swing, and that's a shot to left center field to the gap. That's going to get all the way to the fence. That's going to be a stand-up double for O'Nolan. So leadoff double for the Sharks.
A great piece of hitting there by Nolan. He did have that 2-1 count, and Saltzman delivered him a fastball, and he sent it out there in the left center for that nice stand-up double.
It's almost like O'Nolan saw that. He knew that pitch was coming,
Yep.
and he didn't miss it. That's going to bring up the second baseman, number 4, Bryce Huell. See how the Sharks go about trying to get the first run across. Odell crashes in for the bunt. And he squares around, makes an attempt at it for a miss, strike 1. That's a nice breaking ball, Saltzman on a
It
bunt.
was. Good pitch sequence there, knowing that he's going to try to do it. You try to get that quick strike.
Yeah, by the time he noticed the ball running away, it was too late.
Yep.
Very good pitch. Odell backs up a little bit. And there's a drive to left center. That's going to get down and roll all the way to the fence. Another double. And Nolan comes all the way home and scores the first run for the Sharks. So RBI double for Huell. And the Sharks jump out to a 1-0 lead on back-to-back doubles.
Another great at bat there by Huell. Caught that fastball on the inside corner there and drove it to the foul pole there for another stand-up double.
Those two balls pretty much went to the same place. Bring up the center fielder, number 26, Joey Van Cleve.
That brings the Sharks out for a quick 1-0 ball game here.
And that just misses up for ball 1. So with the lefty up, we see Odell's playing back behind first base. Looks like Morgan might be maybe even with the bat. They're not expecting the number 3 batter to bunt. And Cleve does have power. That misses off ball 2. So an early jam for Saltzman. And downstairs for ball 3. Well, Brian, you going to give your number 3 batter a green light here?
Here late in the season, I don't know that I would be against it, especially being the inter-county rivalry. Loved, but I guess not. He threw it in the dirt there.
We'll never know. So Van Cleve draws a walk. Now the Sharks have runners at first and second. Nobody out. 1 run in. That's going to bring up the catcher, number 3, Brady McMurdo.
The last time Saltzman put the. Yeah, I just saw it. I'll play with it. Okay.
So the 2-1 pitch to McMurdo. And there's a swing and a high pop fly to shortstop. Knierim's there, calls for the ball and makes the catch. I believe that was an infield fly anyway, so that's the first out of the inning. I'll bring up the designated hitter number 14, Beckett Monroe. And Monroe steps out. Looks like we're having some trouble with our internet right now, so we apologize if you can't see the broadcast. We're working to fix that. And there's a shot to left center field. It looks like Urso's going to get over in time. He does, and that'll be a fly out to Urso for the second out. I'll bring up the left fielder, Jackson Hoyt. So Saltzman got a little trouble early. He's now retired 2 in a row.
I'm not losing internet, but the frames they'll go from green to red, and they'll have red, like it just went to 1 bar red. And then
So the big lefty steps in.
It just went back to green. 4 bars green. And then it'll go like 1 bar red.
And fastball catches the outside corner, strike 1.
It'll go to 1 bar. Right now it's all green. 4 bars green. But it doesn't show that the internet. We're not losing the internet. The internet's there. We're just the bars are going right now. It's 4 bars green.
That ball misses off the plate.
But then
It's a 1-1 count. 2 outs, runners on first and second. 1 run in.
Yeah. Cause I went to go look at the internet, and it shows that we got Wi-Fi. We're at like 3,700 frames.
And there's a shot to right center field. That's going to get down. 1 run's in. Hoyt's on his way to second. 2 runs score. And Hoyt's going for a triple. Here comes a throw to third. Not in time. It's an overthrow. And Hoyt's going home. He gets down. So a triple and an error result in a 3-run. 3 runs for the Sharks. And Hoyt clears off the bases.
It's green now. It went to 2 bars yellow while we were talking, but it's back to full green right now. Okay,
so a 3 RBI triple, and then Hoyt scores on the air, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Joseph Rosa.
Oh, no. No, the minute I saw your phone call.
And that ball misses up and away for ball 1.
And by the time I called you, it went back green. So. Okay, all right. Yep.
So we got a 1-1 count. that misses away, or down rather. 2 balls, 1 strike.
I do apologize. The internet was seemed like it was going in and out, but it looks like it's working now. So hopefully it'll continue working for the rest of the evening.
Called strike to Rosa, so 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I missed an exciting couple of bats, John,
You
trying
sure did.
to get the internet going. We got a 4-0 ball game.
Yeah, Hoyt hit a triple, ended up scoring on an overthrow. So full count to Rosa. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that'll bring the inning to a close, but not before the Sharks score 4. After 1, it's 4-0 Sharks. We'll be back on the Gulf Coast Sports Network.
My name is Tom Roselli. I served in the U.S. Navy 65 to 69. Through all the turmoil and stress battling with the VA, I've come to learn that certain organizations have their hands tied and can only proceed so far, whereas Attorney Chris Chambers has the experience and the ability to dig into the files and get the results that got me my 100%. Tremendous job in helping veterans.
Hey there! Have you heard about Ron Schuster Pest Control? They've been serving the Nature Coast since 1983 and are experts in keeping your home and lawn pest-free. Give them a call at 352-683-4003 to schedule your appointment. Remember, when it comes to lawn treatments, the grass is always greener at Ron Schuster Pest Control.
Welcome back. We're here for the second inning. Hopefully you didn't miss the first because it was an explosive bottom of the first for the Sharks. And now for Hernando, the center fielder, number 3, Palmer Looper steps in. Breaking ball misses inside, ball 1. Curveball catches the inside corner, strike 1. One pitch misses low.
Oh, Gretsch reached back on that one. Put a little extra on it. Got just a little bit low.
There's that breaking ball. It's a roller to third and across to
hit off his foot.
Oh, hit off the. Okay, I did not see that.
Foul in the ball. I didn't hear the umpire call it, but I see Looper hobbling off. It sounded kind of weird coming off.
Yeah, caught him in the foot probably.
Yeah.
It rolled pretty far after hitting him, but so I would run the count to 2-2. And there's a swinging ball, just foul. McMurdo picks it up. It looks like Looper's way out of front of that off-speed pitch. It's hard not to have that breaking ball in the back of your mind. Gretsch he throws it so well. You can't ignore it. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball again. That's a foul ball. Just foul. So good at bat by Looper to get rid of those pitches and stay alive. And there's a swing and a miss on the fastball.
Great job by Gretsch. Put that one up there in his numbers and had him swing, got up underneath it, and struck him out.
Good chest match there. Bring up the third baseman, number 9, Mason Morgan. Hernando's looking for the first base runner. And there's a shot to right field. He'll get down. This would be extra bases for Morgan. He'll have himself a stand-up double. Oh, actually a slide in, and he's actually out at
Got
second.
him.
What a great throw. That was Nolan.
Oh, Nolan.
So
A phenomenal job by Nolan. That ball was slicing, almost hit the white line, and he was able to recover it and make a phenomenal throw and to right and recorded the out at second base. Phenomenal.
brings up Brody Hedick, swinging a miss on the breaking ball. So that'll go down in the book as a single and a put out at second. Breaking ball just missed. Looked pretty good from here. 1 strike to Hedick. And there's a little shot. It might get over. It does, over the shortstop's head into center. So the old seeing eye single. And Hedick has a 2-out single, which will bring up Odell, the first baseman. So Leopard's looking to get a 2-out rally going. Breaking ball, look out. That went right through Gretsch, who was able to just get out of the way. That was a scary looking.
That was a scary one. Whew. He had one of those back in the first and was able to catch, but
yeah, that first was a little off center. That one was dead center. And just thank goodness he was able to get down.
Yeah, great piece of hitting by Odell, though. Got to give him credit. He hit the ball hard, right back where it came from.
Going back to a shot Hedick, I thought he had a stand-up double, Brian, and next thing you know, he's sliding head first after Nolan's great throw.
You know, if he was able to get on at this point in the game, you got run in actually by now. But so credit on Nolan, phenomenal play there.
Great defense by the Sharks. So Lucas Chafin, the right fielder's at bat.
But the Leopards are trying to claw back into this.
Called strike on the inside corner. Swing and a miss. So the second half of the order has been able to pick up a few hits off Gretsch. 0-2 pitch. Called strike on the breaking ball. And that'll be the third out of the inning. So the Leopards threaten off a couple hits, but no runs. After 1.5, it's 4-0 Nature Coast. We'll be back for the bottom of the second on the Gulf Coast Sports Network.
Preparing for that next step in life isn't always easy. At Nautilus Financial Group, our combination of experience, professionalism, and access to a wide variety of products and services to help meet all of your financial goals. For a new level of attention, insight, and capability, contact the trusted team at Nautilus Financial Group.
When you play football, you develop this mentality that, you know, you can withstand anything. You're Mr. Tough Guy. So years I had been battling. I was just excited to finally meet someone who knew what I was going through, who saw my pain, to think that in a matter of one treatment, and it got better and better as I began to get treatments throughout the month. You know, why would you deal with this pain for another day?
All right, welcome back. It's the bottom of the second inning. The Sharks will send up third baseman number 9, Garrett Wagner. Number 8 batter, so it'll be 8, 9, and 1 for the Sharks. Wind slowed down a little bit, but it is blowing straight out right now. And right down the middle, called strike one. This is outside. Called on the outside corner. So now we see Saltzman mixing up a little bit, Brian.
Yeah, it did. Trying to work that curveball, trying to locate it.
No one gets away from him. Even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I think he was trying to go high there. It just got a little too high.
Not a bad waste pitch on a 1-2 count.
That's correct.
And that ball's pulled down the right field line foul. But he got jammed.
That's what I was going to say, like he got fisted.
I saw him shaking that hand out there.
I imagine this cool weather don't help either.
No. So we'll do that 2-2 pitch over. And there's a shot up into center field, line drive. I don't know what's going on, but we're seeing a lot of balls straight up the middle.
Almost going to have to get an L screen out for these pitchers.
Like softball and men's softball league. That's going to bring up the shortstop, number 1, Cody Wright. Wright does have a lot of speed out of the box.
Looks like he's going to square around a bunt.
And he fouls it off. Morgan was crashing in. So Sharks have their leadoff batter aboard in both innings. That's usually a good sign. Wagner didn't have much of a lead.
Saltzman looks like you might have been trying to catch him off guard there.
Catch him sleeping.
He almost caught Odell off guard.
Wright squares around a bunt, and he gets it down. A beautiful bunt. And a nice scoop by Odell on Morgan, who was charging in on the run.
A great all-around play there by the Leopards. Morgan to be able to get to it and throw it on the run, and Odell kept it from going out in the outfield.
Yep, Wright does his job, moving the runner up to second. That brings up Aiden O'Nolan, led off the game with a double. And it's the top of the order for the Sharks. Swing and a miss.
Great curveball there by Saltzman.
Sure was. The Sharks have a runner in scoring position with 1 out in the bottom of the second. And a breaking ball hit out to left field. That's going to bounce. So Urso played the hop. Single for O'Nolan. He's now 2 for 2. And the Sharks will have runners at the corners for the second baseman, number 4, Bryce Huell.
Yeah, Nolan's swinging a hot bat here so far in this game.
He sure is. Bryce Huell showing 0 for 1 with an RBI. That's actually, he should be 1 for 1. He had a double. Breaking ball, big swing and a miss. sometimes you hit that double, Brian, you come back next time, you want to hit it even harder.
And he did.
So first and third, one out. Bottom of the second. Breaking ball catches the inside corner. Beautiful pitch.
They seem to be doing a better job here in this inning, locating that curveball, trying to stay away from some of those fastballs because the Sharks teed off on it there in the bottom half of the first.
And a fastball lifted to right field. Chafin's under it, makes the catch, and tagging up from third, and he'll score easily. So an RBI pop out for Huell.
Great job on Nolan. Or is that
That's Wagner.
that was Wagner? Excuse me.
Brings up Joey Van Cleve. Walked his first time up. Breaking ball drops in for strike one. Saltzman at 37 pitches. And there's a chopper to short. Beautiful diving play by Knierim.
But not able to make that throw over to first.
That's an infield single for Van Cleve. Now bring up the catcher, number 3, Brady McMurdo. He's 0 for 1 with a pop out. So 2 outs, runners on first and second. And breaking ball in there for a called strike. Goes back to the breaking ball. That one's going to miss inside. 1-1. See if he's sitting on the fastball. Start him off with 2 breaking balls. And there's the fastball for a called strike 2. One-two pitch. And that one's fouled straight back. The ball's elevated, but he's able to get a piece of it. 1-2, Brian Saltzman has his choice on a pitch here.
He does. Looks like McMurdo's in his 2-strike approach here. Got a little wider stance, looking to just get that ball in play.
And he pulls it down the third baseline. And that's going to bring 1 run in. And that'll go in as, I'm not sure if we'll call that a single or a double. He does get an RBI.
Hey, great job by McMurdo with 1-2 count. Like I was mentioning, he got set up looking to just get the ball in play and was able to pull it down the line and end up with a stand-up double and an RBI.
That'll take the Sharks lead to 6-0. They plate 2 this inning. And batter is Monroe, the DH. Situational hitting's been the story of this game so far.
It has.
And that ball's popped back. Timely hits are important.
We do have runners at second and third here with 2 outs.
Off. They appeal the pitch was off the plate, but they appealed the swing, and he said no swing. Evens the count at 1-1. 2 outs. Runners at second and third. And there's action in the Leopards bullpen. And that ball, he went up for it. Morgan's over and makes the catch to retire the side. So 2 more for the Sharks. They have 7 hits, 6 runs through 2 innings. We'll be right back on the Gulf Coast Sports Network. Welcome back to the broadcast. We go to the top of the third. And to this point, it's been all Sharks. Score 6-0. But we know Hernando can strike in a hurry. Tough to do off a stingy Raymond Gretsch. And he's proven that for his ERA throughout the season.
Yeah, he has. He will have to navigate through 9-1 and 2 though.
A lot of game left. 5 innings rather, still to play. So Urso steps in for the Leopards, the lefty. Gretsch hits the outside corner for a called strike. And fouled off. Quickly ahead 0-2. 0-2 pitch. That misses inside, gets away to the backstop.
About caught the feet of
Yeah.
Urso.
Gretsch steps off. One-two pitch. Misses outside. Breaking ball.
Ooh.
It didn't miss by much.
McMurdo didn't agree with that one and looked
And
pretty good from here.
He's ready to throw that ball to third.
But Urso runs it full here.
And that ball gets away, so that'll be a leadoff walk for the Leopards. Urso goes to first base.
And that's just what the Leopards needed to get their number 9 batter on. Top of the order coming up.
That brings up Cody Whitelaw. He's 0 for 1 with a line out. He lined out to Gretsch the first inning. Gretsch has already had 2 line drives straight at him. Breaking balls in there for a called strike. That's just a nasty pitch. Breaking ball called strike 2.
He's 2 for 2 here. You think he'll do it again?
I think it'll be a high fastball.
Attempted pickoff. And Urso gets back safely.
Oh, 2 pitch.
I would throw it again.
And he does. Good call there, Brian. So 3 off-speed pitches in a row with a strikeout. And I'll bring up the catcher, Kane Ellis.
He's supposed to throw a fastball there. Ha.
That's true.
But sometimes you catch him off guard and throw it again. There he tries another pickoff back to first.
It's a quick move.
Looking to keep him there at first for a double play if Ellis is able to put the bat on the ball.
And he fouls it off over towards the Leopards batting circle, on deck circle. That was pitch number 40. Fouled off towards the Shark side. It's a no-2 count. Urso looks like he might want to go. There he goes. And it's a called ball. The throw down gets him.
Got him.
Brings him up. Nice throw down. So it'll be 2 outs. Oh, sorry, Brian.
No, great job there by McMurdo to get a quick release. Urso got a good jump, but McMurdo was able to get it down there for second out here of the inning.
And misses outside. Runs the count 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on in the top of the third. And there's a ground ball to second. Fuel bobbles a little bit, recovers. Ball gets away. So Ellis will reach on an error and get all the way to second base. So he'll try rushing that throw a little bit. It sure was. And he did the best he could to get the ball over to first.
Yeah, the hard ground ball, Fuel had to do a little bit to get to it and bobbled it. And I think when he looked up, the runner was close to the bag and just trying to make that throw to get that third out. He just couldn't quite get it there.
That's why he always coached to hustle down the line, and he did. That brings up Knierim, shortstop. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And the first pitch misses.
Yeah, you know, so many kids give up, you know, balls hit like that to the, especially the second base, they give up and kind of trot down there. And actually, if they hustle, like Ellis did, you know what? He's standing here on second base trying to get a run here.
Extends the inning. Called strike on the outside corner. Gretsch is really working that outer half. Maybe the very outer half. A quick spin to second, and they got him. So a nice pickoff move by Gretsch. And 2 of the outs come by way of on the base pass. So we played 2.5. Score 6-0 Nature Coast. We'll be right back on the Gulf Coast Sports Network.
Certainly, I'm an avid golfer. Been, golf usually weekly. play a lot with my wife.
With the repetitive motion, as you know, with a lot of golfers, it's an unnatural motion that you put your body through.
After suffering for years with shoulder pain, Mike chose stem cell therapy as an alternative to surgery.
I'm just excited because patients that have been in pain for years that are now doing the things that they want to do, and Mike's just going to be adding to that list.
Call Aligned Integrative Medicine for exam and x-rays to see if you qualify for stem cell treatment.
When you play football, you develop this mentality that, you know, you can withstand anything. You're Mr. Tough Guy. So years I had been battling. I was just excited to finally meet someone who knew what I was going through, who saw my pain, to think that in a matter of one treatment, and it got better and better as I began to get treatments throughout the month. You know, why would you deal with this pain for another day?
All right, welcome back. We have a pitching change. I believe it's going to be number 5, Gage Blade. Can't see his number yet.
I think that looks like a 5. Yep.
That it is. So close the book on Saltzman and bring in Gage Blade. And leading off the inning for the Sharks is Jackson Hoyt.
Now batting, number 16, Jackson Hoyt.
And Hoyt gets hurt on the first pitch.
Looks like a little slow curve that.
Now batting, number 15, Joseph Rosa.
If you get hit, you want it to be a off-speed pitch.
That's exactly right.
Bring up the first baseman, Joseph Rosa. He's 0 for 1 with a K. Hoyt's got good speed on the base pass. And Rosa gets one to short, takes it himself for 1, and a double play.
A great job there by Knierim to field that ball. He took it on his own to second base and made the double play there to get a quick 2 outs for Blade.
Brings up number 9, Garrick Wagner.
You know, that's got to make Blade feel good. First pitch, you hit the batter, and your defense does it behind you.
Knierim really made a great play. Called strike 1. Ball off the plate. Ball has a lot of slow, kind of late break to it. And misses down. Runs the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. And that's a called strike 2. So Blade's got a 7-pitch inning going. He's got 2 outs and just needs 1 more strike. Just misses.
Good idea.
So full count to Blade, or I'm sorry, full count to Wagner. And that's fouled back. Full count. Fouled out of play again. tough when you're up there throwing strikes and they just keep getting fouled off.
Wagner's doing a great job here. Either he's going to throw one across the plates, what he's looking for, or get a ball for, get a base runner here.
And swing and miss.
Or you get a swing and a miss.
So we played 3. Edge Coast leads at 6-0. We'll be back on the Gulf Coast Sports Network.
Hey there! Have you heard about Ron Schuster Pest Control? They've been serving the Nature Coast since 1983 and are experts in keeping your home and lawn pest-free. Give them a call at 352-683-4003 to schedule your appointment. Remember, when it comes to lawn treatments, the grass is always greener at Ron Schuster Pest Control.
Welcome back. You just joined us. We are in the top of the 4th inning. Nature Coast leads 6-0. Blade entered the game in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Or I'm sorry. Yeah, it was the bottom of the 3rd inning. After hitting the leadoff batter, got a nice double play and then a strikeout to end the inning. Gretsch remains in the game with 49 pitches. And leading off is the shortstop, Austin Knierim. He was at the plate last inning after the pickoff play. So we'll reset the inning and with him at bat.
Yeah, that was back in the last inning. That was a phenomenal job by Gretsch to spin around, caught him off guard, and able to get that 3rd out.
Big swing and miss. Knierim made that nice double play, started that double play at shortstop. Off the plate, ball 1. Knierim 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Swing and miss, strike 2. That off-speed pitch continues to be difficult. Off the plate.
Looks like a big old beach ball from back here coming in there, but for whatever reason, the batter's having problems making contact with it.
2-2 pitch. And that one's hit deep to right field. Going back and making the catch is
O'Nolan.
O'Nolan.
Great job. He caught that one on the fence.
Yeah, off the bat, it looked like it had a chance to get out of here. Brings up the center fielder, Palmer Looper, 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
I think that would have been a no-doubter if it would have gone to left field.
Yeah.
But maybe that wind coming from the right side might have held it up just a little bit.
Got to play the wind, Brian. That misses down for a ball. Just off the plate.
Yeah, some pretty good movement on that fastball as well.
Breaking ball, strike 1.
And good movement on that curveball.
Looks like it just stops and takes a dive. Breaking ball misses inside. So Looper ahead in the count 3-1. Hitters count. And fastball's fouled off down the third baseline, or third base side rather. Gretsch calls time, says give me a new baseball. Payoff pitch to Looper. Called strike 3.
Great curveball there. Caught that outside corner.
There's quickly 2 outs. Bring up Mason Morgan. He's 1 for 1. Had a single. Gretsch has 6 strikeouts on the night. Breaking ball called strike. And that gets away off the plate. Just off the plate. And that misses high. So Morgan very disciplined at the plate.
He is. Gretsch has been all around it, but just not quite in the zone there.
And break a ball. Ooh, wow, that missed. Looked pretty good.
They're just missing just a little bit high and a little bit outside.
I'll bring up Brody Hedick. Called strike.
Yeah, Hedick had a little line drive single into center field last at bat.
Ball misses down. Breaking ball called strike.
Gretsch made that adjustment, and they're coming into the zone now with his curveball.
Yeah, he's going to throw you a strike. Been nibbling a little more this inning, but pretty much challenges you to go right after it. A 2-2, 2 outs, runner on first. And breaking ball's fouled off down the first base side. And Gretsch is at 70 pitches almost through 4 innings. Both bullpens are empty. This is low.
It runs the count full here with 2 outs.
Runner will be in motion. That ball's grounded to the second baseman. Huell gets it over to Rosa in time to end the inning. Played 3.5. Nature Coast leads 6-0. You're watching the Gulf Coast Sports Network. We'll be right back.
What's that?
Preparing for that next step in life isn't always easy. At Nautilus Financial Group, our combination of experience, professionalism, and access to a wide variety of products and services to help meet all of your financial goals. For a new level of attention, insight, and capability, contact the trusted team at Nautilus Financial Group.
All right, welcome back here. Bottom half of the fourth inning. Gage Blade is back on the mound for the Leopards. Had a pretty good inning last inning. 11 pitches. I was able to get a double play ball with Knierim there and then a strikeout to end the inning. I do want to make note, fourth inning is Glory Days inning. And stick with us here at the conclusion of this game as I'll be announcing the Glory Days player of the game. That's a swing and a miss there for Cody Wright's up to bat, shortstop. He did ground out his first at bat. So we'll be announcing Glory Days player of the game here at the conclusion. So be sure and stick with us. A great curveball there by Blade. Got a quick 0-2 count. And tries to throw it by him for fouled back out of play. Keeps the count 0-2. Got 9-1-2 coming up for Nature Coast. And line drive, and just out of the hands of Hedick, out to Chafin. And so great at bat there by Cody Wright to get the runner up. Now we're back to the top of the order, and we got hot hitting 8-0 O'Nolan, excuse me. Couldn't get that out. He's been hot so far, had a double and a single.
Two for two, doing his job as a leadoff batter, Brian.
He has.
Swing and a miss. And we mentioned before, Wright's got good speed, and he's at first base. I wouldn't expect him to stay there long. And that's right down the middle, called strike. And there's a ground ball to second. Takes it at 2 for the first one by himself. That's Hedick over to Odell for the second out. Double play.
Yeah, great job by Hedick there. That was kind of a tough play. He made it, and you want to toss it, but it's a little bit too close to the bag, I believe, and so he made the play himself. Great job.
Second double play for Hernando. We saw it on the other side. Knierim take one by himself at second. Brings up Bryce Huell. He is 0 for 2. I'm sorry, he's actually 1 for 2, and he has 2 RBIs. Led off the game with a double in his first at bat. Swing and a miss at the high pitch. Van Cleve would be the next batter if Huell finds a way aboard. Nice off-speed pitch. Called strike.
And Blade has done a great job here through 1 2/3 innings. getting a quick 2-strike count on a lot of batters. Had 2 double plays behind him.
And there's a high pop
And looked like
fly down the right field line in foul territory. It looks like comes back. No, it stayed foul, and I believe that was Chafin or Heedick came over.
Heedick
Came over
actually
to make
made
the
the
catch.
play. So quick work here by the Leopards.
We played 4. The score remains 6-0 Nature Coast. We'll be right back on the Gulf Coast Sports Network.
Preparing for that next step in life isn't always easy. At Nautilus Financial Group, our combination of experience, professionalism, and access to a wide variety of products and services to help meet all of your financial goals. For a new level of attention, insight, and capability, contact the trusted team at Nautilus Financial Group.
When you play football, you develop this mentality that, you know, you can withstand anything. You're Mr. Tough Guy. So years I had been battling. I was just excited to finally meet someone who knew what I was going through, who saw my pain, to think that in a matter of one treatment, and it got better and better as I began to get treatments throughout the month. You know, why would you deal with this pain for another day?
Welcome back. We're in the top of the 5th inning already. Leading off for the Leopards, first baseman Eric Odell. He's 1 for 1 with a single.
Yeah, we actually started late this evening with the JV game ahead of us.
Bouncing ball foul down the third base side.
So we've probably only been playing, maybe an hour and 10 minutes, maybe? An hour and 20 at the most?
Yeah.
Has been a pretty quick game once it got past the first 2 innings.
Yeah, Sharks came out early and were in attack mode. Put up 4 and a 2 in the first 2 innings. And it's been quiet since. Swing and a miss.
Another great curveball by Gretsch. The bat just not quite long enough to reach out there and get it.
Need a fungo bat for that one.
It looks good all the way into the plate, and then it just falls off the table.
There's a breaking ball, stays in the zone. That's going to be popped up. And Rosa makes the catch at first base, just into the outfield grass for the first out of the inning. I'll bring up the right fielder, Lucas Chafin. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Gretsch has 6 strikeouts and 2 walks. 76 pitches. First pitch to the lefty, misses outside, ball 1.
And currently don't have anybody in the bullpens, but maybe he's going to give him a good workout here tonight as season ends down and get ready for playoffs.
Called strike. Yeah, Brian, with the playoffs starting next Monday, he'll have probably at least 7 days off after this game. Just missed. I assume Hoyt will probably start the first game for the Sharks in the playoffs. Gretsch is usually the second part of that 1-2 combo.
Ooh, that just missed on the outside corner.
Runs the count to 3-1. And swing and a miss. So Gretsch battles back to make it a full count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And there's 2 outs.
Great job by McMurdo there. It was a foul tip and was able to catch it on the foul tip, record the third out, or excuse me, the second out, the third strike.
Good eyes and ears there, Brian. I didn't
Yep.
hear it or see it. Nice work. So 7 strikeouts for Gretsch. Urso steps in. And there's a ground ball that's going to get through past the second baseman out to center to Van Cleve. And Urso finds himself with the 2-out single. That turns the order over. Leadoff batter Cody Whitelaw, the DH. He's 0 for 2. Had the line out in the first inning back to Gretsch and a strikeout. Breaking ball misses inside. Ball down and away.
Leopards are needing base runners as we're here in the 5th inning. Look, he's going to square around the bunt and pull back.
Two-one count. And he takes in a back pick. The pitch was called a strike, so 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. And a check swing, did he go? Yes, he did.
He did go.
And strikeout number 8 for Gretsch. So we played 4.5. The score remains 6-0 Sharks. You're watching the Gulf Coast Sports Network. We'll be right back.
My name is Tom Roselli. I served in the U.S. Navy 65 to 69. Through all the turmoil and stress battling with the VA, I've come to learn that certain organizations have their hands tied and can only proceed so far, whereas Attorney Chris Chambers has the experience and the ability to dig into the files and get the results that got me my 100%. Tremendous job in helping veterans.
Hey there! Have you heard about Ron Schuster Pest Control? They've been serving the Nature Coast since 1983 and are experts in keeping your home and lawn pest-free. Give them a call at 352-683-4003 to schedule your appointment. Remember, when it comes to lawn treatments, the grass is always greener at Ron Schuster Pest Control.
It in.
All right, we're in the bottom of the 5th inning. And it looks like Blades will remain on the mound for the Leopards. The second pitcher for them. I do see some action in the Sharks bullpen. Gretsch was at 89 pitches.
Yeah, Blade has come in, been very efficient for the Leopards so far in the 2 innings that he's been on the mound. 2 double plays, 24 pitches. Couldn't ask for anything anymore. Been able to shut the Sharks down.
He's taking the sting out of their offense.
Yep.
No runs or really not many hits. And they do get somebody on, to your point, a couple double plays.
Yep.
Joey Van Cleve steps in. He's 1 for 1 with a walk. And that misses high.
But Blade will be challenged. He does got to navigate through 3, 4, and 5 here in the bottom half of the 5th inning.
And called strike.
Van Cleve didn't know if he wanted to swing at that one or not.
That misses just in.
That was a strike in my radar. That
Looked
was
pretty good. I actually thought it looked better than the
man.
last pitch. Two-one pitch on the way. There's that breaking ball. It's a roller over to the second baseman in time for the first out. Bring up the catcher, Brady McMurdo. He's 1 for 2. Had a double, RBI double his last at bat. It's 1 for 2 on the night. That ball misses low. There's that big curve that misses up in the zone. 2-0. McMurdo's probably sitting fastball now. And throws the breaking ball for a called strike. I like the thought process there.
That was a really good thought there, especially when you got the confidence you can throw it.
And another breaking ball.
Yep. Yeah, your number 4 hitters, you're going to see a big dose of off-speed pitches.
I think the order was no fastballs.
Yeah, especially when you got a hitter that's batting 400 plus, you know.
And there's another breaking ball, swing and a miss, full count. That's 5 breaking balls.
And if I was a pitching coach, I'd throw 6.
And he goes fastball, pops him up. Ellis is there, makes the catch. It's an interesting sequence, Brian, but worked out perfect.
It worked out. Looks like he went high, like a high fastball there.
Yeah.
If he swings at it, great. You get the out. If not, it's not going to hurt you other than getting on base.
I don't know if he's ever seen 5 breaking balls in a row. But there's 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th, and Beckett Monroe's the hitter. DH, the number 5 spot. Pops up, that'll get out of play. Ellis has really developed into he's a solid catcher for the Leopards. Great season last year. Called strike. Oh, 2 with 2 outs. See if Blade dials up that big bender. Now he goes fastball. And watch out on the track.
Like he sped his delivery up just a little bit on that, maybe trying to catch him off guard, because I haven't noticed that yet so far.
Yeah, fastball's a little more jumpy this inning.
Yeah.
There's another fastball. That's going to be hit out to right field. And
Chafin does a great job to get the 3rd out of the inning.
A quick inning by Blade. We played 5. Nature Coast 6 runs off, actually 8 hits. Hernando no runs off 4 hits. We'll be right back on the Gulf Coast Sports Network.
Certainly I'm an avid golfer, been, golf usually weekly. Play a lot with my wife.
With the repetitive motion, as you know, with a lot of golfers, it's an unnatural motion that you put your body through.
After suffering for years with shoulder pain, Mike chose stem cell therapy as an alternative to surgery.
I'm just excited because patients that have been paying for years that are now doing the things that they want to do. And Mike's just going to be adding to that list.
Call Aligned Integrative Medicine for exam and x-rays to see if you qualify for stem cell treatment.
When you play football, you develop this mentality that, you know, you can withstand anything. You're Mr. Tough Guy. So years I had been battling. I was just excited to finally meet someone who knew what I was going through, who saw my pain, to think that in a matter of one treatment, and it got better and better as I began to get treatments throughout the month. You know, why would you deal with this pain for another day?
We're back for the top of the 6th inning. Don't forget, coming up at the end of the game, Brian Lott will have your Glory Days player of the game. We do appreciate Glory Days and their sponsorship of high school sports and the Gulf Coast Sports Network. Player of the game gets a nice little souvenir bat and a gift card for Glory Days. Go get a nice burger and some fries after the game.
Great atmosphere, too.
Sure is. So Kane Ellis to start off for the Leopards. In the bottom of the 6th, they're down to their last 6 outs. We do have a pitching change. It's Mario DeAngelis. And first pitch misses for ball 1. Great outing by Gretsch tonight, Brian.
It was a great outing. I think he ended up with
there's a drive to center field right to Van Cleve towards the out.
a great hit by Ellis, but right at Van Cleve.
Yeah, he put a charge in that. Brings up the shortstop, Austin Knierim, 0 for 2, fly out in a K.
You know, I made a comment about great atmosphere at Glory Days. I imagine they had a really great atmosphere last night.
Yeah.
Watching the Florida Gators bring home the national championship.
Go Gators. Yeah, my son was actually up at Glory Days last night watching the game with his buddies, some of the kids from Nature Coast. Of course, the Sharks do have a future Gator on their staff in Jackson Hoyt. The ball misses upstairs, 3-0. That was an exciting game. Did you get to watch it last night, Brian?
I did actually get to watch it. It was phenomenal on both sides, you know. Just when you thought Houston was going to run away with it there, you know, not quite halfway through the second half, Gators able to shut them down and come away with a win.
Knierim draws the walk, brings up Palmer Looper. Yeah, a weird ending to that game, how it's going to be a double dribble, and time just ran out after that, after he dropped the ball. Oh, nice pickoff move, just back in time. Looper 0-2 on the night. Scores around a bunt. Takes a called strike.
He was able to draw in Wagner there from third.
Just missed. Oof. And at this point, I think the Sharks would be okay with a bunt because just doing the math, you're down to 5 outs and they need 6 runs. Breaking ball pulled foul.
Yeah, if you trade outs for runs, can't quite catch up at this point.
Check swing foul. Yeah, they got Gretsch out of the game now, so it's up to DeAngelis to pick up where he left off. He's doing a good job. Big lead at first, especially with a lefty on the mound. Cooper calls time. And a nice block. Runs the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two pitch. Fouled out of play. A lot of foul balls tonight.
Yeah, Looper's done a great job here at his at bat. I think he's had 3 or 4.
Check
And
swing. He held up.
He held up.
A full count. And the more pitches that the batter sees, that usually plays to the batter's favor. Payoff pitch. Check swing again. I really like this the approach by Looper. He's looking for a certain pitch, and he's able to get rid of anything but that.
You hear a little bit of chirping down there in the Leopards dugout, trying to get a little rally going here.
And there's ball 4.
They're going to have 2 runners on here with 1 out.
And that'll get a mound visit from Coach Garofano. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back.
The reasons we've been so successful at Divinity Med Spa is because we understand what people are looking for. They want to look good for their age. We can accomplish this by treatments such as Botox, filler, lasers, and an array of facials. Hernando County's only locally owned and operated med spa. Come see us.
Right, sure. A short mound visit by Coach Garofano. D'Angelo's still in the game, and there's no activity in either bullpen. I'm sure he told him something along the lines of, "We're up 6. Let's just challenge them, let them hit it, and trust your defense."
Can't defend walks.
And squares around a bunt. Pulls back in time for a ball. So Brian, they got runners on first and second with 1 out. And their dugout has definitely come alive. Mason Morgan's 1 for 1 tonight with a walk.
He's got it squared around the bunt. Looks like maybe a slash bunt.
I almost wonder if they're just doing it to throw him off.
You would think so, but you never know on that slash. We do apologize. The umpire is right in our way here.
2-0 to Morgan. Squares the bunt again, pulls back for a called strike. So I think he has fake bunt till you get your first strike and then go to work.
Especially with the last walk, you almost take till you get a strike here. And they're needing base runners.
2-1 swing and a miss on the big breaking ball from DeAngelis. He's been saving that one.
There's a great pitch there. You got a 2-1 count and you throw a sweeping curveball. Because Morgan was sitting fastball with a 2-1.
Great pitch, the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss off the plate. That'll be the second out of the inning.
Yeah, he threw that one on the white line on the left batter's box and was able to get Morgan to swing at it.
Brings up Brody Hedick, 1 for 2. Ground out in a single. And there's that breaking ball, just missed. Rose is playing in the grass at first base. Breaking ball, and that's going to get through a dive and Huel. Leopards wave him around to the plate. So an RBI single for Hedick.
Great piece of hitting there by Hedick. He was hit that line drive right back up the middle. Huell did a good job. We couldn't quite get to it. So we do have runners on the corners here. 1 run in.
Don't look now, but here comes the Leopards. Eric Odell steps in, 1 for 2. Breaking ball misses inside.
I believe Odell was the hitter that hit that line drive right back up the middle that almost caught Gretsch, I believe.
That ball hits the strike zone. Big swing and a miss on the sweeper. Fouled out of play. So we're in the top of the 6th. Runners on the corners for the Leopards. They have 2 outs. 1 run in this inning. Ball misses outside. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. That ball misses, gets away. Throw over, not in time. Run will score.
Great heads-up play by Looper there. DeAngelis spiked that ball in the dirt, and it's almost impossible as a catcher to be able to stop it. McMurdo tried, but couldn't quite it. Scored it away from him. So we do have 2 runs here in the top half of the 6th.
3-2 pitch. And wow, it just missed. So things are getting interesting here in the top half of the 6th.
And it's amazing how just one pitcher coming out of the game and swapping them out, the enthusiasm that you hear over there in the Leopards dugout. And got 2 runs in here. A good base hit here. Be back to a tight ball game.
And Chafin fouls the ball straight back. This game can get close in a hurry. Surprisingly, both bullpens are still empty. Ball misses upstairs.
You know, it's also great, with a young pitcher like DeAngelis to be in these kind of situations and be able to try to hopefully kind of work through it, and just makes you stronger for later on in his career.
Checks on the foul.
Bad idea. Keep working on it. Yeah.
So Chafin's got a 1-2 count. 2 outs, runners on first and second.
Carrying for one.
And a throw to second goes to center field. And move the runner up to third. Is a ball.
And McMurdo had a good thought there. Made a good throw down, but
nobody home.
Nobody was home to catch it. So Allowed a runner to move over to third, so first and third here. With 2 outs. 2 runs in.
And there's a ball hit right back to Cody Wright, who flips it over to Huell at second to record the final out of the inning. The Leopards answer back with 2 runs, make things interesting. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Nature Coast 6, Hernando 2. You're watching the Gulf Coast Sports Network. We'll be right back.
One of the reasons we've been so successful at Divinity Med Spa is because we understand what people are looking for. They want to look rested, refreshed, good for their age. We can accomplish this by treatments such as Botox, filler, lasers, and an array of facials, all by a team of trusted experts. This is Divinity, Hernando County's only locally owned and operated med spa. Come see us. We can't wait to meet you.
Right, we're welcome back. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Blade stays in the game. Leopards were able to plate 2 runs in the top half of the 6th. Brings up the left fielder Jackson Hoyt. Sharks still lead by 4. And there is action in the, it looks like Huell's thrown in the Sharks pen. And that ball's fouled back and out of play. I really like what Gage Blade has done in this game. He's come in and really kept the bats quiet for Nature Coast.
I mean, he is just, for the last 3 innings, he has shut down the Nature Coast Sharks here.
There's a ground ball in time for the out. Bring up the first baseman, Joseph Rosa. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. Rosa, the lefty, he does have power. He can drive the ball to the alleys. Oh, what? That one's going to hit him.
Curveball right in there on the hip.
Yeah, Brian, that curveball looked a little different. Yeah, his curveball is more of a 12-6. That looked like a 11-5.
Yep.
Brings up Garrett Wagner. He's 1 for 2. And there's a shot by Wagner. Caught by Palmer in center for the out.
Great job by Looper to move over and catch that in right center for a second out.
So it brings up Cody Wright. He's 1 for 2. Got a ground out and a single. He's the 9th batter, so the Sharks have the top of the order waiting. Should Cody find his way aboard? Breaking ball falls short.
Great job by Ellis. Like you mentioned earlier, he's been a solid catcher all year.
Yeah, those stops don't really show up in the book, but they do make a difference. And there's a fastball hit to short. Take it the easy way at second, and that's the 3rd out of the inning.
Another quick work by Blade.
Yeah, Blade's doing a really good job pitching tonight. We're through 6 innings. Nature Coast 6, Hernando 2. We'll be back on the Gulf Coast Sports Network. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button.
preparing for that next step in life isn't always easy. At Nautilus Financial Group, our combination of experience, professionalism, and access to a wide variety of products and services to help meet all of your financial goals. For a new level of attention, insight, and capability, contact the trusted team at Nautilus Financial Group.
Welcome back to the Gulf Coast Sports Network. We're in the top of the 7th inning. We're at Nature Coast Technical High School. The first game of a 2-game series between Hernando Leopards and Nature Coast Sharks. Their second game will be Friday night. Left fielder Nino Urso steps in for the Leopards. They're down to their final 3 outs and a big swing and a miss. We will have that game Friday night at Hernando High School right here on the Gulf Coast Sports Network. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Ryan Law will have our Glory Days Player of the Game coming up here at the conclusion. He's got a tough job today. And there's a ground ball hit over to Huel to Rosa for the first out of the inning.
We do have a new second baseman. Huel came in to pitch.
Oh, yeah, my bad. I didn't even see that.
And so we got number 9. Not quite sure who the fielder is.
I apologize. We don't get those updates. We have to pay close attention.
So it looks like Wagner has moved over to second. And I believe it looks like maybe.
And there's a line drive. Caught. That was Wagner, I think, as you called his name out.
I believe Patterson. Brandon Patterson, I believe, is at third base.
Third base, you are correct. So they made a lot of changes.
They do. And we're 2 outs.
Brings up Cody Whitelaw, 0 for 4 tonight. Called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. I apologize. Our pitching graphic keeps going back to Huel. And there's a line drive shot to the gap. That's going to get to the fence. And Whitelaw will find himself with a stand-up double.
Hey, great job by Whitelaw. Having been 0 for 4 and was able to put together a line drive double to keep these Leopards alive here in the top half of the 7th inning.
I say that's correct. Now it does show Huel as our pitcher. And Kane Ellis steps in 0 for 3 today. Time is called. So they appeal if he left early. They say he did not. Or that he missed the bag.
I think he might have missed the bag.
Yeah, not that he left early. Yeah, that's a double. So
looked like he stumbled right over the top of it from my vantage point.
Doesn't hurt to check. That ball misses off the plate. A dangerous hitter at the plate for the Leopards. Takes a called strike. One pitch. And off the plate for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner on second. Leopards are down to their last out and they trail by 4. Yeah, I guess he knew that was a strike.
He wanted to swing, just couldn't quite pull the trigger.
That was great. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And swing and a miss, and that's how this one will end.
So great job by Ewell to come in and shut the door here on the Leopards, and Sharks take a 6-2 ball game. There you go. Now go ahead and pull it up. I don't know what number he is.
All right. Welcome back. Sorry about that. I'm going to turn it over to Brian Lott for our Glory Days Player of the Game.
Thank you, John. Tonight, Glory Days Player of the Game is going to go to Aiden O'Nolan. Went 2 for 3 on the night. A single, a double, scored 2 runs, and back in the second inning, he made a phenomenal play as a line drive was hit by the Leopards down in the right field corner, and he hosed the kid out at second base. So congratulations to Aiden as well as the Sharks on a 6-2 victory tonight.
Yeah, great ball game. This is the first of 2 games. Like I said, they'll be playing again Friday at Hernando. We'll be broadcasting that live. So on behalf of Brian Lott, I'm John McMurdo. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Have a great night. We'll see you next time.